Hey, I am filming this immediately after probably the first video on my channel, um, where I made a little square pouch with the little ribbon zippers. It's in here. But making that led me to this. So it's already full of stuff. I really like it. I can open it with one-handed, or not one-handed, but it's got these pull tabs here. It's nice to unzip. So yeah, that works great. I had one very similar to it already that I just replaced it with this one. As you can see, hopefully you can see, this is my ham radio kit. I have an ICOM 703 radio in here, and this pouch fits very nicely right on top of the radio. But now I have some other things that don't go in this bag, or they're just different. These are just antennas. I want to make a bag for the antennas to go in, as well as I've got some line and a little bit of coax. I don't know if this bag will be big enough for all of that stuff, but I just wanted to paint the picture of, I want a little bag to go right in here. And that's why this is why I am doing sewing, really, so that I can make things that fit exactly the need that I have for them, rather than just, one that's maybe, I made it 11 inches, the blank that I just cut out is 11 inches by 6 inches. It might have been 9 inches and it would have fit in this area only this far, and it wouldn't have fit all of the stuff. This bag may also not fit all the stuff, but it'll fit the space that I have. And as much as I can get in there and remove from just being in the bag, the better. Or in this box, in this kit, the better. So that's what we're going to do now. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. I'm going to start using my fabric pig again because I think it'll go really well. It'll do really well for this project specifically. I won't have to start in the middle of anything like I did on the last project. I guess I can start in the middle. Doesn't need to be at the end. Okay, so I have already sealed the ends of this zipper with my lighter. I'll grab a pull. I got super lucky. I tried to start sewing a couple years ago, but I was unfamiliar with this ripstop nylon material. I was only thinking about like Cordura, like 500D, 1000D Cordura, and that's a lot thicker. It's almost like a nylon canvas. But this material is very light, but still very abrasion resistant. So this sewing machine, that's the only one that I've ever had access to, can sew through this very well, very easily. But I don't think that it could do Cordura very well. So that couple of years ago when I started, I thought I needed a different machine, so I just didn't make anything. I made a couple of things out of like some old jeans I'd cut up and made a couple pouches. But I didn't think that this would fit my needs. With this new fabric, it does. Back at that time, a friend of mine was selling, like refurbishing and selling industrial sewing machines. So much larger. They come on a table, and he would have sold me one, and I would have bought one if I had the space. But I was renting an apartment. It was the first apartment that my wife and I rented when we got married. Just didn't have the space for it. Now I've got a little bit of room in a garage, so I decided to bring this home from my parents' house. All that to say, he gave me a spool of zipper because I told him I was getting into this. He's like, oh, well, if you ever do start it, then here's some zipper for you. It's like probably a couple 100 yards of zipper. So I'm very lucky. So I have as much as I want to do with. So let's get started. With this project, we don't put the pull on yet. I'm going to do a different style of pouch where we don't need the pull. So what we're going to do is right sides to right sides. So this is the right side of the fabric. I will sew a line of stitching right down here. I'm not gonna, oh, maybe I should. I'll go ahead and pin it in place. Or not pin, but clip. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. Not in a hurry, you got the day off, so. I'll run a line of stitching down here. I'm not going to change my presser foot this time because I don't feel like it. I'll probably regret it later. But it's a learning experience. I'm still new enough that it doesn't matter. Well, let's go ahead and clip on the other side too. I don't think it'll get in the way of anything. Do right sides to right sides. Just a little background on right side versus wrong side of the fabric. The right side of the fabric, or as is referred to, is the side that you want facing out. Some fabrics it's much more obvious than others. This one, it's after you look at it for a while, you can definitely tell. But neither one looks bad. But one you can kind of tell has this side is the right side. And it has a little glossier, I don't know if the camera would pick this up or not, but it's kind of a shimmery, glossy pattern on the top here. Whereas on the wrong side, it's a very matte finish all the way, all around. All right, we're almost done clipping. So we will throw our first line of stitching in here. Okay. Oh, I should have done I guess I still could. Fabric pig. This isn't exactly how you're supposed to do it, but it still holds the thread in place, and so you don't have as long of a tail. So we will cut these. I got a little off track there. That's okay. I don't think it's going to affect the final product all that much. So we'll just keep right on sewing. Go ahead and cut our pig off so that we have it to follow up this stitch with. There's a lot of stuff to pay attention to while you're sewing. Lucky for me, I don't care too much about the aesthetics of this stuff, so it's not as big of a deal for me. I'm very much function over form. As long as it works, I'm okay. Okay, so the next thing we'll do, just like we did in the last one, we will turn this over and do a top stitch on both sides, just like that. So just a line of stitching right over here. I'm trying to decide if I want to switch my presser foot. Usually I do it from this side. It'll probably be fine. I was just talking about how I don't really care about form. Now I'm over here contemplating. It does make a difference that I don't have to work around the zipper pull. That's one really good thing about this, is that when the zipper's on it and you're on this far notch, you don't have to worry as much about the zipper pull, because that will make your presser foot kind of go astray. So just keep that in mind if you are going to be doing anything like this. Where's my pig? I remember this time, almost. All right, that got kind of wonky. That does not look great, but again, we're just we're going for function here, not form. I could probably clip this. Let's see if that helps. Just to make sure. The biggest issue that this could face, this side where it got exceptionally wonky, the zipper pull could get caught. But it looks like it'll be okay. It's not, I don't think it'll be a problem. But we'll see. Time will tell. Let's clip. I hope you guys can see this. I'm not a good YouTuber. I mean, obviously I'm not just started, but I'm not exactly sure what's in frame and what's not, because I don't have a monitor of any sort. Just talking. Hoping things go well. That's a lot of clips for a very short stitch, but I'm gonna pause you and start right back in again. I just don't want the file to get too large. All right, guys, we're back. Gonna run a line of stitch. Or run a line of stitch? We're gonna run a stitch. Let's do it this way. Along this edge. Nope, that's not gonna work. It's gotta go this way. The reason is, I don't know if it's possible. It probably is possible on this machine somehow, but I don't know how to change the needle position left to right. I know some machines there's a switch. With this one, I know how to change it, like, if I just wanted to, if I wanted to do zigzag, I know it's kind of the same function, but I don't know how to keep it on the right instead of on the left on this particular machine. So here we go. It's gonna be harder with my left hand, but we'll make it work. There we go. I'm really gonna have to stop to pull these pins out, I think, not just do it while it's moving. Let's run on some stitches, back tack. Oops again. All right, I don't know if you guys who will be watching this actually sew. I don't know if I think anybody who can actually sew would be watching my videos. I'm obviously, again, brand new at this and brand new at YouTube, so I feel like my audience will be small. But I would like to know, like, what kind of machines do you guys use for make your own gear type of applications? I feel like this machine does great for what I'm doing, but I would like to get into some of the Cordura stuff maybe someday. I think the Singer that I mentioned to you earlier that I fixed up, if I had the table, it's a treadle machine. It doesn't even have the mount for the motor. Some of these you could retrofit with a motor, but this one is not one of those. So it's that old. If I had the treadle table, it would probably do it because it's just so well put together. But this machine, I don't think it could, and I don't want to buy a bunch of fabric and not be able to use it. So, what do you guys use for your make your own gear stuff? Let me know in the comments if you can. All right, the next step of this process is we put the zipper on, and this is always my least favorite part. And it's kind of hard. I'm gonna turn that off for a minute. Because you have to do it, well, I guess, do I have to do it? You kind of have to do it inside out, which makes it harder. Because I want to get it completely closed up. I want to get the zipper to the point where it's completely closed. And then I will rethread the zipper back on. Oh, and I need to think about this. Yeah, I think that's right. I was thinking about how to make sure that the zipper pulls from the left, or from the right. It opens from left to right, because I want to pull it that direction. And I think this will make it that. Those aren't really... Let's see how it looks at this side. That'll be fine. This is looking a little small. We'll see. I may have overshot my seam allowance by quite a bit. We'll see how it goes when it gets all put together. I think maybe I am not going to take the zipper back off. I'm just going to do it this way. Let's kind of fold those in like that. And I'm going to make sure to do quite a few like back stitches over this area, because it's really the way that these zippers are. I had one that I sewed it just like, you know, 1/8 of an inch or so from the end, and it immediately popped out, and then the zipper ends were just kind of out there. So I don't want that to happen on this. So I'm going to sew it a decent bit from the edge and back tack quite a few times. I'm going to get this down. Let's do that. This is going to be weird. I'm going to have to just sew some and then come back and do those back tacks like we talked about. Yeah, what I think I'll do, how do I want to do that? I did some back tacks already there, so let's just we're gonna put our pig up in here. Cut this off, and then I'm gonna try to do a few back and forth over the top of this zipper. This is really not going exactly how I want it to. I think I'm gonna do a bar tack, kind of. Okay, back to straight stitch before I forget. I think that's gonna be okay. We will put the other side on. We're gonna sew this down. See how that looks. How do I want to do that? let's just go for it. If we don't like it, it's not that big a deal. I wasted, 2 square feet of fabric and 11 inches of zipper and some thread. That's it. I don't really need to do another stitch here, but I wanted to do some more on this zipper. I didn't want to have to cut the threads and do all of that, so maybe this wasn't a good idea though, because this is going to be all, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to set it up to bar tack again. Alright, straight stitch. Cut some of this excess off because we don't need it. I'm going to see how this looks and then I might put grosgrain on it. Here's what the chopstick was for. Pushing the corners out. Yeah, I might need to do something else with this. Yeah, I'm not sure what the normal practice to make a pouch like this would be, but this is not looking great. Maybe I need to throw a couple stitches in it like that. Same on this side. It's really a lot smaller than I wanted it to be too, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this side actually, because that is really not gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hand wheel all of this because this is really thick. This isn't gonna look very good. Okay, let's look. Let's see how much it fits. it does fit one antenna, one full antenna. This could go in there like that. I think I'll keep it. It's definitely not a looker. But yeah, it could fit right in there. And this one can sit here. Maybe I'll make another little pouch. I don't know if you guys can even see me. So it fit one antenna into this bag. I have another one. I don't really need to anyway, but I like to have backups. This is kind of my field kit. Let me know if you want to see what's in here. I can do a video on that too, but I know it's obviously not sewing related, but I do plan to make some other hobby videos as well. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like I said, also, if you have a machine that you love to use for make your own gear stuff, I'd love to hear about it. Right now, I kind of want to get a Singer 201 or a 301, either one of those two, really high on my list. But anyway, we'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.